Today, Heisman Trophy candidate Gino Torretta will play despite his scare last week against Florida A&M when he hurt his left shoulder and had to depart at halftime with great concern that he was seriously injured. With Torretta gone, Stephen McGuire made his 92 debut after knee surgery to carry the load for the Canes offensively. While Rusty Medeiros and company made it a long day for the Rattlers as the four-time national champions rolled to a 38-0 win. Today, Dick Tomey and the Arizona Wildcats will bring their Pac-10 attack into the Orange Bowl. Guided by their quarterback, George Malaulu, and a stable of top receivers headed by junior college All-American Troy Dickey, the Cats are dangerous. And a blitzing defense led by linebacker Sean Harris will test Torretta early, hoping to celebrate a big upset at the Orange Bowl. It's the Canes against the Wildcats next on Sunshine Network. Welcome to Miami, Florida, and the Orange Bowl, where the #1 ranked Miami Hurricanes go for their 47th consecutive home victory as they host the Pac-10 Arizona Wildcats today on Sunshine Network. Dane Pruitt will be kicking off here for the Canes. Dane, of course, replacing the All-American Carlos Huerta. It's a big shoes to fill. He's 2 out of 3 in field goals, hit all 6 of his PATs, and kicks off into the teeth of the wind, and we're underway at the Orange Bowl. Levy will field it at the 9. Up across the 20, dives nose first to the 24, and that 6'3", 207. He'll be running in the backfield. Will Bray starting in place of Malaulu. Billy Johnson, their top offensive rusher of last year, along with Carter, the tailback. Corral, along with Boucher, are surprise starters. And you saw, of course, the other starter, front line, a good one there, big size, as Telawai in the middle, the center, 314 pounds. The first snap from center goes to tailback Carter. Slants to the left side, and the defense has a hold. Start on the front line with Prine, Riley, Caesar, and Medeiros. You'll also see Kevin Patrick in there. He's going to play despite the shoulder. The linebackers we talked about, 3, none better than this. Smith, Barrow, and Armstead. And in the secondary, the only returning starter from a year ago, Ryan McNeil, will be joined by Sigler, Greer, and Harris. Second down, 6 yards to go for the Wildcats. Checking off at the line of scrimmage is Bray. Waits for the little delay, and it comes to Carter again. Antoine Carter. Third down and a yard to go for the Wildcats. Linebackers were influenced to go outside. Carter cut it back inside. Bray with his first pass. Ball may have been momentarily tapped. So he has certainly been a bright spot for the Wildcats and kicks with the win. And Williams waits way back and will field it at the 19. Steps one man, but won't get much further than the 24-yard line. He will be joined in the backfield, and let's check out the starters that Dennis Erickson has dialed in. Donnell Bennett, the sophomore, battling along with Williams, Thomas, Copeland, and Bell. The ruthless posse out there, along with Lemelski, Vickers, Green, Barber, and Etheridge, a converted tight end, starting on that inexperienced front line. First and 10 Miami. A bad snap, and Torretta has to dive on it. Those are the front 3. Parton, Waldrop, and Hopkins starting in place of Brewski. And there's the linebackers. Good one, including Sean Harris. Watch for him, number 49. We'll check the backs in a moment. Second down and 10. Here's Torretta airing it out, intended for Williams, just out of his reach down at the 45. For 18, Sanders. He's joined by Keyshawn Johnson, Tony Bowie, and Darrell Morrison. Nickel and dime package early because of the great speed receivers that the Hurricane have, and try and put pressure on Torretta and match up a little bit better. That's what they want to do today. Well, as Paul Snyder will kick it away from Miami, Terry Vaughn is the lone receiver. There is a flag down, and a roughing the kicker will bring it all the way back on Snyder. 39 again, no score. 12-20 first quarter. Sam Smith, Matt Moore, and Joe Rose with you here at the Orange Bowl. Handoff, Donnell Bennett. The fine sophomore carries the ball right straight up over the middle. Trips to the left side, the wide side for the Canes. Gino Torretta, after taking a hit, hands off to Bennett again. Got blockers in front of him. He'll get across the line of scrimmage. Third down and 2 yards to go. For Miami, again, they're just outside their own 45, and this is going to be the Donnell Bennett show. But it's going to be short of a first down. As ball back over to a great offense like the Hurricane, you have to try and make those corrections, and I'm pretty sure they've done that at this point. High hanger, there's the call for the fair catch, and it's going to be a great play by the Canes. They can play at base and come after you that way. Here's Bray with a handoff to Chuck Levy in the end zone. Safety, Miami. Mark Caesar A big right tackle. He got a lot of help from a lot of people. Well, it's Miami 2, the Wildcats nothing. Back to the Orange Bowl after this timeout. And he will kick it from his own 20. After the safety here in the first period. With the wind, it carries to the 20, and feeling it there is Williams. To the 30. To the 40. Cuts back near midfield. A flag is down.
We have a push in the back against the receiving team. 10-yard penalty. First and 10.
Well, they credited, I think, Donnell Bennett with a push in the back as Toretta goes right to work. To the near side. It comes to Copeland. Steps out of a tackle and out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
Going past and picking up an extra 6 yards.
Copeland on 9 receptions, averaging 13 yards, which he got the last time as Bennett gets a call again.
And that's in 17 ball games.
Back to throw is Toretta. A catch is made by Lamar Thomas, and he is banged out of bounds. The leading receiver of a year ago. 39 catches for 623 yards. Back this afternoon. Ulu getting ready for the UCLA game for them in conference play next week. Here's Toretta throwing. It's to Copeland again. Had enough for the first down. Double back, and then finally gets another 3 yards out of it. Got Williams along with Lamar Thomas and Copeland. The trips to the right side. Toretta going left and looking back to the right. He's throwing over the middle, intended for Thomas. Well out of his reach. Williams also broke off his. Are in there now with Williams. And you still have more dynamite in the lineup for the Canes. Handoff straight up the middle. They're trying to get some running room, but it won't go anywhere with Larry Jones. Loss of 2 yards on the play. It's third down and 12 yards to go for Miami. 33-yard line in Wildcat territory as Toretta's back in the pocket. Throws another one over the head, intended for Coleman Bell.
Dead ball. Personal foul. Against the offense. It'll be fourth down.
He'll be wearing the T-shirts. It'll be collecting the money as Snyder gets a rush. Line one out of there. Bob calls for another fair catch, looking into the sun at the. And with him coming on board as the offensive coordinator, they try to be a little more balanced. As jumping offside it.
Dead ball foul. False start on the offense. Still first down.
They've collected 2. Has the defense with a safety on Levy. Comes Carter to the outside. Good speed as he turns the corner. And is on a foot race along with Ryan McNeil. 5'9", 173 sophomore from Tacoma, California. Kennedy High School is Gray. Makes the little draw. Hands it right up the middle. It's a third down and 5 for Arizona. They give the ball to Carter again, and he's not going to get enough as he gets only a yard or 2 out of it.
Last week he came up big with 6 big tackles, 3 unassisted. And he's back at track again this week.
Kevin Williams with a reception at the 32, but Josh Miller kicked on him. Let's see if they can get it together here on their third possession of the day. Toretta back to throw. Out pass going to Copeland. He's got it. Steps out of bounds. And Arizona own teammate Lamar Thomas, but won the long jump and also the 100 meters. This is a talented athlete. Toretta running out of trouble behind Vickers, who throws a diving catch, and that is Spencer. And he had to go through just before the start of the season, just starting to work himself back into good condition. Toretta on the first down play. Going an out pattern, going to Chris Jones. And 2 great players that lost their life this past year. 2 good professional football players, Curry with Indianapolis, and of course with the Philadelphia Eagles was Jerome Brown, as this is Bennett for Miami. Crashing forward, Miami marching what they hope will be their first score of the afternoon on a touchdown. They've got a safety early on. 4:27 to play, first quarter. Toretta drops to throw to the corner of the end zone. It's over the head and out of the reach of Horace Copeland. They must protect Toretta. He is going to get seriously hurt if he keeps taking shots like that.
Gino is the key, without a doubt, to the success.
There's a flag. They are going to get a roughing the passer back.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, gets the defense, half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
Spencer and Thomas to the right. The handoff goes instead to Bennett. Tries to string it down the line of scrimmage, and that is not. I've been on a lot of plays. There's a loss of 2 on the play as Toretta is throwing for the end zone and just out of the reach. Let's see if they can convert here. Toretta, no blocking backs behind him. He's throwing for the end zone. It's out of the reach of Bell. Going to be a 28-yard try into the teeth of the wind. Again, Dane Pruitt out of Birmingham, Alabama. Low snap. Snyder fields it well. Pruitt's kick is up, and do they rule it? No, it goes off left. So the Canes with only a safety to their credit so far.
Now, he's a quarterback that has a lot of mobility in the pocket, does a great job of moving around.
And from the 20-yard line, he gives it out to Levy. And speaking of moving it around, we'll talk more about him in a moment as Mala'ulu brings him to the line of scrimmage. The Wildcats 1st and 10. Pressure's on. Caesar got a hand on him, and down he goes. Mark Caesar with tremendous lower body strength, the best in the squats of over 600 pounds for the Canes. Here's Levy in the open field. To the 45 after the 47. Still only 2-0 with a minute 54 to go first quarter. Sam Smith, Matt Moore, Joe Rose from the Orange Bowl. Carter with a carry for Arizona. Headed midfield and thrown back.
Randall, thank you very much. Back up.
The Thrill Hill watching his old teammates play here this afternoon. Mala'ulu. There's a little shovel pass to Carter up the middle. A little wrinkle for Arizona is going to result in a big play. Mala'ulu has come in and electrified Carter here. He's plugged him in. Carter and Levy have really been dynamite. Mala'ulu throwing. It's complete to Levy. And Chuck will catch it for a 5-yard catch. So an interesting score after one here at the Orange Bowl in Miami. The Wildcats of Arizona have come to town, and Miami leads them by only 2 to nothing. Back with more on Sunshine Network following this timeout.
They feel this is a golden opportunity to make a statement for their program, and they want to play hard today, getting prepared for next week against UCLA.
Mala'ulu, who's held out in the first series, gives it off to Antoine Carter, and Carter again into the secondary, or 61 yards per game, in the Pac-10. High school ran a 10-7 100-yard meter rush, also rushed over 4,100 yards in high school, and he's off to the races again. The second out at only a yard needed here. A couple of tight ends in for Arizona. They send it outside to Levy. And Chuck spins and turns his way inside the 10 down to the 8-yard line. You see the numbers there. 68 yards rushing already as they give off to Billy Johnson, their number 1 rusher a year ago. Touchdown Arizona from 9 yards away. Last year in the 36-9 victory, the 7th game of the season when Miami went to Tucson and won, it was Arizona scoring the first running touchdown of the season last year. Now will try for the extra point. It's up, and it is good. So with 13:23 to go in the second quarter, the Wildcats of Arizona jumped on top of Miami with a score of 7-2. Back on Sunshine Network in just a moment.
Shirt, this great-looking shirt that I have, and they're actually passing around a bucket right now.
Well, a short kick by Arizona, and Gino Torretta in the cockpit. He's throwing long, intended for Williams, and also back here Lamar Thomas. Not Torretta numbers as you saw there, 6 for 16. As he's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. The out pass to Copeland. Copeland has it, first down Miami, out of bounds. One of 8 99-yard scoring strikes on the books of NCAA football. Here's another square out coming to Lamar Thomas. And Thomas, as Torretta has this 2nd and 5 at the 45. Hand off to Larry Jones, the most valuable player of the Orange Bowl last year against Nebraska. Powers into Arizona territory.
It's a lot better than having him out there on the field, because he was also a great player when he played with the Cincinnati Bengals.
First down for Torretta, just out of the reach. Williams and Thomas to the near side. Copeland the opposite side, and the flag is down.
Dead ball foul. False start on the offense.
No delay, but a false start. 12 minutes to go before halftime. Arizona leads 7-2. Torretta pulling it up for Copeland. Ball is up for grabs. Makes the catch at the 20-yard line. Phillips with some discussions with his assistants on the other side. Handoff goes to Stephen McGuire. This year, McGuire, Bennett, Danielle Ferguson, along with Jones, all vying for time in that backfield. Torretta back to throw. Corner of the end zone over Jones, incomplete. Key to no call there was it was not catchable. May have been the real key to not getting a flag on that play. Torretta back to throw. He's throwing for Williams well over his head. And again, Copeland's looking back at Torretta. We'll put this one up from the 28-yard line. A 38-yard kick. The kick is up, and the kick is no good again. So Dane Pruitt had gone 2 for 3 coming to this ball game. He is getting a little razzing from the stands here. He is not Carlos Huerta, but he is very young. It's 7-2 Arizona. Back in a moment. 10:41 first half from the Orange Bowl. His Canes trail by 5. George Mala'ulu, the quarterback out of Carson, California, for the Wildcats. They try to keep it close to the vest. And Paul White has also replaced Dexter Siegler and plays on the left corner. Back action in the center of the line as Riley jumped across against the Canes at the Orange Bowl next Saturday. Malaulu now with a second down, needs only 4 for the first down at their own 26. Gives it off to Levy, back to the line of scrimmage, no place else. They get a touchdown by Billy Johnson, had them on top, 7-2. Malaulu back to throw in the third down situation. The ball's loose. Fallen on by offensive lineman Mike Hemsberg. Josh Miller will kick it away. Now it's a fake. He's up to the 15. Sidesteps a man at the 20. Slides forward just enough for the first down, and Arizona has pulled out another one of their trick plays. And up goes to Levy. Cracks through that line of scrimmage with a full head of steam. Right shoulder problems the last 2 years. An academic Hall of Famer at Arizona gives off straight up the middle. They come
Holding on the offense. Replay first down.
Malaulu with the snap and the drop. In trouble. And speaking of Patrick Riley, he's there again. So that bad shoulder has added still another dimension of that defensive flag flies.
Dead ball foul. False start on the offense. Still second down.
Malaulu is now feeling the pressure of the defense. A handoff straight up the middle to Billy Johnson, who has the only score of the afternoon. Personal foul will be called on Miami. Chris Corral is one of the wide receivers to the left side. Stacked running backs, and they give it off to Carter. Carter to the line of scrimmage. Michael Barrows. That kind of stunt with the outside linebacker pinching down and the middle linebacker stunting to the outside. Good play. Here is Johnson again. Diving tackle by Michael Barrows. Third down, 5 yards to go for Arizona. Malaulu back to throw. Out pass goes to Levy. There's a flag down backup, and it is going to be a hold against Arizona. A 4-3 defense right on the top of the line of scrimmage for Miami. Long count by Malaulu trying to draw him off sides. The Canes don't take the bait. They give it off to Carter. Carter is going to be caught from behind by Mark Caesar. Kick into a brisk 15-mile-per-hour wind here. This ball will bound. It takes a neutral bounce, and then back up the field takes a Miami bounce. So as Gino Torretta brings his Canes to the line of scrimmage, 31-yard line, he's back to throw. They pick up the blitz, a long pass intended for Copeland. There's flags down all over the field.
Holding on the defense, holding an eligible player. It's a 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
He just reached out and grabbed and ran to give up the touchdown.
Very important for Miami to get something going before the halftime. What a catch by Copeland. Oh, he leaned back
football and catch it with one hand.
A quick look into Williams, got him in the open field. Copeland with a block. Williams says, whoops, no place to go, and steps out of bounds.
Locker room with some momentum. So far, they've been pushed around the field by the Wildcats, and they need to get something on the board.
Toretta's going to have to run out of there as there was nobody back there to block for him. 7th year now at Arizona after coming over from Hawaii. A second down and 12. Torretta, after being dropped for 2 on the blitz, he lets it fly. He's throwing for Copeland over the middle. Copeland cannot get there. But a half to be exact, and let's see if they're going to go and get a quick first down here. Torretta back. Pressure breaks down. He does throw to the near sideline. It is going to be caught by Spencer. A 4th down try here. 4th down and 4. Torretta, nobody blocking in the backfield. He's got his receivers all out. Now he runs. He dumps it off. It's going to be incomplete or intercepted. It is intercepted by Morrison.
Dead ball. Personal foul against the Orange team. It was 4th down. The ball will go over after a first 15-yard penalty.
Like the dollars in the professional ranks to come back for his senior year, his last year here at Miami. Levy outside, open field tackle, done in a long, long time, and containing Darren Smith. Right up the middle.
It just doesn't look like a Miami Hurricane football team at this point.
3rd down and 14. Malaulu back to throw. Runs out of the pocket. Medeiros is chasing him. The pass is complete, but not enough as Levy. His ball club will go in. If they don't get it done here in a dozen seconds, trailing for the first time at halftime at the Orange Bowl since '86 is Williams. It's a fair catch. Halloween night. Face mask and tied Oregon State last week as Torretta On a 1st and 10, 4 seconds to go. Last play of the first half. Toretta back to throw. Rushes on, and Toretta's going to go down. No, he doesn't. Now he finally does, and that's the end of the first half, as the Wildcats of Arizona have come to the Orange Bowl of Miami, and they have shocked the #1 ranked Canes with a 7-2 first half lead. Don't go away. We have got a busy first half for you at a halftime, and we'll talk about all of that and find out exactly what Dennis Erickson is thinking about coming out in the second half with. It's all straight ahead as Sunshine Network brings you Miami Hurricane football. The Canes, by the way, will have this third quarter with a very stiff easterly wind at their back. They'll have to go into the fourth quarter, though, into the wind, and they do right now have a opportunity to try to get themselves back in the game by playing defense. Levy off his feet at the 27.
Illegal block in the back, above the waist, by the receiving team. First down.
He'll start his ball club with a first down and 10, and they're at their own 16. Carter stutter stepping out of the grasp of a couple of the Canes, but
Trying to take advantage of the aggressive Hurricane defense here.
after the gain of 8, Mala'ulu's back to throw. The left-hander threads the needle. He's got his tight end, Roderick Lewis.
They're aggressive at this point.
Mala'ulu with a handoff going back. Try to sprint to the outside is Lovett. Lamont Lovett will not get any room. As you saw the stunning of the linebackers again. One inside, one stunning outside, and that's one of the keys to the defense is Billy Johnson, who has scored the only touchdown of the afternoon, gets a gain of 12.
They want with the ball.
Achilles tendon surgery before the start of the year as Carter's in all kinds of trouble. Kevin Patrick was chomping at the bit to play this week as Mala'ulu checks off at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 13. Quick look in pass. He's got his intended receiver out on the far left-hand corner, making that penetration to force Mala'ulu to throw under pressure. 3rd down. 5 to go for Arizona. They fake the run to the left. Mala'ulu back to the middle. In and out of the hands of Lewis. Incomplete. Early in the first period. Miller with a good snap. Gets it high in the air. Williams. Fair catch. Not given a lot of room to catch the ball, and I think it's going to cost Arizona. And it is again. Is this the letdown? Is Arizona this good? We'll find out in this quarter as the handoff goes to Bennett. No place to run. A loss of 5 on the play.
I think that's the kind of sparkle for this quarter.
Okay, thank you very much. Back up.
Thanks, Guy. Loss of 3 on the play. Here's a quick look out to Williams. Williams will not get away from Morrison.
And here, as you see his hand, they've taken the cast off and made it a little smaller, so he's able to do a little bit better job at.
Snyder, a transfer from Saddleback, California Junior College. He bombs a beauty out of there. Vaughn all the way back to the 33-yard line. Vaughn gets away from a line of tacklers. A flag is down as he muscles his way to midfield. Sigler made the stop.
Illegal block in the back, above the waist. Against the return team, it'll be first down after a 10-yard penalty.
Well, they had high hopes with 9:51 to go in the third. They've got a 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line. Mala'ulu, who is 5 out of 6 in passing, dumps one off. Armstead in and out of his hands.
I think they really have a shot to win it now.
Well, you can't give him any kind of momentum because this guy will take it. Carter to the 36-yard line. Personal foul against Arizona. 43 yards, by the way. The Wildcats are 0 for 6 on 3rd down conversions. They have a 3rd down play here, and they give it straight ahead to Billy Johnson. Yard line. Now they spread out, and here's a kick. Williams will catch it. People all over him. He's going to be dropped down at about the 34. There's a penalty back upfield, and
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Assessed from the spot of the foul. Replay 4th down.
in the second quarter that paid off. They get it out of there, and the Canes have a run back on. Williams will field it at the 47. Gets by the first line of defenders. Cuts to the outside. Gets away from another tackler. Still battling for yardage. And goes down to the 38-yard line. One shy of an NCAA record with 3 punt returns for touchdowns last year. As Toretta lets it air out again, and back there trying to get the ball, Lamar Thomas. Toretta, you see the numbers on him with 154 yards, but no touchdowns so far this year. Only a safety for the Hurricanes, and Toretta being knocked off his feet finally goes down as Sean Jarrett. Toretta has a lone running back. A 3rd down and 19 for the Canes. Toretta, good protection this time. He's throwing to the sideline. It's going to be caught by Copeland. It's a catch at the 29-yard line. Only the passing game that has worked against Arizona. And it's a 1st and 10 at the 29. Rushing game with Bennett. They try to gain on that 3-yard.
And I think they're concentrating so much on Harris that it's making it tough to make all of the adjustments.
Toretta with a play-action fake. He throws it off. It goes to Bell. Bell good after the tackle at the 20 to the 15, and now the Canes are rolling at the 13-yard line. FAMU, you saw the numbers on him for the season. Toretta gives it off to Larry Jones. Slants his way out of bounds. They were ahead 14-6 at Oregon State. Here's a handoff to Jones, trying to dive his way inside the 10, and they have a 3rd and 5 at the 9-yard line. Toretta checking off at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw. Protection is there. It's to Thomas. Thomas right at the stake for the 1st down. Toretta and the Canes, 1st and goal to go. The ball just outside the 2-yard line. The pitch comes outside to Donnell Bennett. Turns the corner, stumbles to the goal line. A flag is down.
Holding on the offense. Repeat 1st down.
Let's see what they do as they have nobody in the backfield. Split wide receivers, trips to the right. 1st and goal to go. To Williams, to the near side. Breaks a tackle to the 5, dives to the 2-yard line. At the moment, they're giving Toretto at least some time to do something. 2nd down, goal to go at the 2. Toretta with a play-action fake over the middle at the backside of the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! Clausell, who had been caught for the hole earlier, comes up to make a touchdown reception. And welcome to the receiving corps to Dietrich Clausell. Up for 2. They're up by 1. They want to get a 3-point lead if they can with his 2-point conversion. Williams in motion. They're at the hash mark on the near side. Toretta looking for traffic. Knocked down at the line of scrimmage. And it's going to go incomplete, and that, of course, will stave off an opportunity for the Canes to up the lead to 3 as they're up by a single point. Well, he's won 35 and lost only 3 in his 4 years here at Miami. 85-34-1 overall. Dane Pruitt will kick off. It'll be Levy at the 15 to the 20. Gets through the first line to the 35 and dives his way to the 39-yard line. Stacked running backs. He's got Lovett as the fullback. Carter is the tailback in the stacked eye. A long count by Malaulu. Gives it to Carter. Carter, you see how fleet-footed he is as he bounces off of tackles. Harris was up to hit him first. They've got Troy Dickey along with Bond split to the near side, both with burning speed. They give it straight ahead, and that's Billy Whiteshoes Johnson. The bowling ball, not a lot of places to catch a hold of. Is the running back, and they give it straight ahead to him on a 1st down play. Feeling this 50,000 is going to be quiet no longer for the rest of the afternoon. Arizona, 2nd and 12. Malaulu, dump off pass inside to Carter. Carter in the open field. Paul White makes the tackle of
Pushing the back against the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay 2nd.
If they're not used to being called for that in the Pac-10.
They try to give it to Carter. By the way, 0 for 6 in 3rd down conversions. It's 3rd and 20 for Arizona. In trouble. Malaulu breaks out of it. Throwing intended for Dickey. He's got it, but shy of the 1st down.
A little bit, I think.
10 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Another towering kick here by Josh Miller. Williams will get no run back here. So the last snap of the 3rd period. Toretta back to throw. Over the middle to Williams. He caught it after the ball's tipped. Boyer got a piece of it. Williams in the open field. 1st down after a 15-yard gain, and that's the end of the 3rd. And there's a positive note, despite the loss of Rusty Medeiros for the Canes, as they'll head for the final 15 minutes here at the Orange Bowl. They got only a 1-point lead on the Wildcats of Arizona, 8-7. We'll be back. Hope you will too, here on Sunshine Network. With Gino Toretta and company with a 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Josh Miller hunting Arizona very well today. Toretta pulling to the outside to Copeland at the 30, trying to juke out of the way of Johnson, and gets it up for another 1st down. Trips to the right, 1st down for Miami at their own 36. Here's an out pass coming to Thomas. Coming up to make the stop on a hit again is Keyshawn Jones. Well, those trips go to the left side. Wide side as the handoff goes to Steve McGuire. Steven trying to run his way up the middle against Copeland. Toretta with a 2nd and 10. Back drops to throw. Throwing to the near sideline, and Spencer makes a fingertip catch. Is now Gino. Up over 247 yards passing. Back to throw again. He's throwing to the far sideline, trying to get it over to Lamar Thomas. He goes up over the top of everybody to make the catch.
And is willing to go up and take it away.
Toretta almost looked like a workman-like man there as he said, that's what I've been trying to do all day. He throws in the run. Spencer over his shoulder, can't make the catch. Particularly with Miami and Florida State here at the Orange Bowl next Saturday. Toretta with a 2nd and 10 at the 35. Protection to throw. Complete to Williams. Williams needs to get 3 or 4 yards. Will not get it. Lost yardage. It's 3rd down and 3. For Miami, Toretta with a lone running back. Donnell Bennett behind him. Trips to the left. He gives to Bennett, who fumbles the ball. Gives Arizona a chance to, that's Jones. Other damage when that goes out.
Penalties decline. It'll be 4th down.
Really ready to come at Snyder. They do not. Snyder punting it into the wind. The ball will bound at about the 7 and going to be knocked down very nicely. Number 1 Miami being pressed to the hill here by the Pac-10 Wildcats of Arizona. Malaulu back in the end zone to throw. Dangerous call, but he throws to Dickey's. Got it in front of McNeil. They send Vaughn along with Corral flanked out to the left side. Malaulu straight up the middle. Gives it to Lovett. Lamont Lovett from Los Angeles. I believe it's White. Back to throw on a 2nd down and 7. Malaulu throwing for Carter.
When he's in there because, he has the ability to give him that extra time with his fluidness to move around in the pocket and make things happen.
They have failed in their previous 8 third down plays, and they're going to fail again. Catch, kicking with a wind. Flags are down. Offsides possibly against Miami as Miller drives Williams all the way back to his own 35. Turns up to the 40, to the 45. It may all be for naught because there's a flag back upfield.
Offside. Defense at the snap. The penalties decline. 1st down.
Toretta drops to throw. Going in the wide out. Long downfield intended for Copeland. The flag is down.
For the touchdown.
Pass interference on the defense. 15-yard penalty. Automatic 1st down.
Wow. Gino Toretta back to throw. Going to the out pass to Williams. There's a flag down back up behind the line of scrimmage. Face mask against Miami.
And all of a sudden, instead of having a 9-yard gain, you lose 20 yards.
Toretta back to throw. Jones back to block for him. He's throwing once again. Intended for Thomas. Just off his fingertips. That Medeiros is a junior and does have some more play time. Been unfortunate for a senior. Bad enough for a junior. Toretta back to throw. Throwing intercepted, I believe it is. Coming up to make the intercept is Bowie right in front of Lamar Thomas. Are challenging the number 1 Miami Hurricanes with less than 10 minutes to play, and the Canes leading by a point. George Malaulu, the quarterback for Arizona. 1st and 10 to the left side, and Armstead will not let him get out of sight and would have the wind at his back if indeed they have to give up the football. Malaulu goes to Levy. He's dropped. Mark Caesar had dropped him below 150 yards rushing, but the Canes are braced for only 6 yards all day. Malaulu on a 3rd down play. Dickey makes the catch and goes to midfield. What a catch in front. 1st down and 10. Miami 48-yard line. The Wildcats on the move. Malaulu is caught just before he can leave the center. Malaulu checking off at the line of scrimmage for Arizona. Short drop. Knocked down, incomplete. Darren Smith, obviously after some professional action. Malaulu back to throw. In the pocket. Throws over the middle. Knocked in the air. Intended for Dickey. Number slightly down from his 44-yard average, but still good. And a towering kick with a wind at his back. Williams signaled for a fair catch. Fumbled it momentarily. They have rushed for only 6 yards on 20 carries have the Canes today. Toretta out pass going to Copeland. Behind him incomplete. 6:43 to play in the game and still only a 1-point lead for the Canes. A shocking score at the Orange Bowl. The handoff to Bennett. No place to run to. Straight up the middle. Waldrop. And again only 2 for 11 on 3rd down plays. Toretta has to come up with a key play here. He's throwing on the out to Copeland. Copeland has it. Does he have enough for the 1st down? Just barely. And our executive producer Tom Hastings and his staff giving you the sights and sounds of college football today from the Orange Bowl. Toretta, a busted play as he rolls out to the left side. He's going to run under pressure and gets neck down. The trips come split to the right. Donnell Bennett goes flank to the left side as he's in motion, and Toretta back to throw. Pressure's there over the middle to Williams. Williams has it at the 29, but no more. Only 3 for 12 on the third down conversions today for the Hurricanes. Bennett goes in motion to the left again. Toretta, quick look into Williams. Ball tipped in the air. Football at least another time. Schneider, big rush, just gets it out of there. Great punt. Vaughn will make the fair catch. 1st and 10 Arizona. Here comes the crowd back in the game. Carter gets the pitch. Gain of about 2.5 yards.
Could be a gadget play in store here.
Malaulu with a 2nd down and 8 yards to go after the carry. Taking a lot of time. Here's the handoff to Billy Johnson. Johnson on a trap up the middle into the secondary. Dives to midfield.
Not to give the ball back to the Hurricanes.
Steve McLaughlin missed a 44-yarder last week at Oregon State that could have been a victory. And you know he's waiting on the wings. 161 yards. How close are they? They're at a normal drop right now. Pitch to Levy. Turns the corner on the far side. Is banged out of bounds. He'll have enough for the 1st down. And it is not easy right now as Arizona going to Johnson. Johnson spinning, but turned right back into Patrick Riley. If Steve McLaughlin was up kicking yet, he is not. Handoff straight up the middle. They go to Carter. The ball game could be resting certainly on these next 2. Only 2 for 12 and third down conversions. Malaulu trying to sneak it straight ahead. They're just trying to set up a field goal. But 4, 3, and they finally stop it at 3 seconds as Arizona will go for the win with 3 seconds. Rand will spot it down at the 41. 51-yard try. The crowd will tell you as McLaughlin will kick it for Arizona. It's long enough. And it's no good. He's missed it to the right, and Miami has dodged a bullet from 51 yards away. Steve McLaughlin has pushed it to the right, and Miami wins it by the score of 8-7 and stays unbeaten for the 47th consecutive time at home and the 21st in a row. What a game by Arizona. What a gutty performance by these Wildcats against the Hurricanes. A lot of questions to be answered this week before Florida State. But what an effort the Wildcats from Tucson have put on tonight. We've got to tip our hat to them here. We'll start wrapping this thing down at the Orange Bowl. We return to get our final. Miami 8, Arizona 7 here on Sunshine Network.